Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, Orcs in Magic, and it's Jordan here. And today we are bringing you another Deck Tech Tuesday video. This time I am bringing you the Aetherworks Marvel deck. So yes, I know, this was a former deck. This is one that had major glory, and of course it has since lost light because of the bannings. But I don't see why it has, because it only lost one creature, and it's still a good deck. And there's plenty of other creatures sticking. All right, they're not some of the other creature combos you can put in are great. And to be fair, my brew isn't Team of Colours. My brew's gone down the other route, which gets me some more interesting things. So let's just jump straight into it. Obviously, for the deck, we need 4 Aetherworks Marvels. These are great. These are our win cons. These get us all the things we want to do. But obviously, the downside is we need 6 energy. So how do we get 6 energy? Well, we run the basic 4 off of Attune with Aether, Woodweaver's Puzzleknot, and 4 Servant of the Conduit. Now, obviously, the Attune with Aether gets us land fixing. The Woodweaver's Puzzleknot gets us life as well as energy. And then the Servant of the Conduit gives us, again, fixing as well as giving us 2 energy. So it's rather sweet on that. That's the basic standard package that I think is going to be running every Aetherworks Marvel deck. After that, we've gone into black. So we run 4 Fatal Pushes. This gives us removal for creatures and vehicles of the pesky nature. We then also run 2 Panharmonicons. Reasons why we are trying to double triggers and get value off some of the creatures that we are casting into the game. So, the interesting creature packages I've put together. I have put together, so the first one is 3 Ulamog Ceaseless Hunger. This on turn 4 is sick. It's wrong. It's amazing. It's not quite, alright, I agree, it's not quite Emrakul the Promised End, but in my opinion, casting Ulamog and getting rid of 2 of the opponent's lands, doesn't matter if they got creatures, this thing's indestructible anyway. But getting rid of 2 of their lands and putting them back 2 turns is insanely good, and generally you'll make them scoop. We then also run 2 Void Winower. This is giving us, well, it's not giving us, it's really screwing up our opponent and not allowing them to do certain things. Because they can't cast even spells, which means they can't cast even spells, which means that even 0 is classed as an even spell on this. So theoretically against the Ornithopters, they can't cast them from hand either, which is rather sick. We then run a 2-off of Sphinx of the Final Word. This is just a big fly with hexproof that they can't interact with. It's rather lovely. We then run 2 Demon of Dark Schemes. This is an early aggro board wiper. Works rather nicely. It does a lot of decent things. I quite like it. We then run 2 Herald of Anguish. This thing is just designed to attack the hand, get rid of things, as well as you're able to sack some creatures and get some more value out of him. And then we run 2 Aethertide Whale. This thing enters the battlefield. It gives you 6 energy, so it doesn't matter. It's just an energy replenishment system for your Aetherworks Marvel, so it gives you another spin at the dice whenever you can. And then we go into our land base. So the land base, bear with me, is a bit horrible to look at, but it's something I'm still working on. We run 4 Aether Hub, of course. We want it for the colour fixing as well as the energy generation. We run 2 off of the fast lands of the Blooming Marsh and the Botanical Sanctum. We then run a 2 off of Hissing Quagmire, just a decent Death Touch creature sort of thing if we ever need it. A 2 off of Sunken Hollow. And then we run, in terms of basics, we're running 6 swamps, 4 forests, and 3 islands. And that's your 60 cards. So from this, we are then going to the sideboard. And sideboard's where we get a few more interesting things and a bit more early interaction. We run a 2 off of Mind Dilation. If you get this thing on the board against a control player, that can be a nightmare for them, because it generally means whenever they cast a spell from hand, you get them to exile the top of their library, and you can cast it if it's a non-land card without paying the mana cost. So again, very sweet. We then run 3 Grasp of Darknesses. These are just for general early board removal. We run 3 Negates for vehicles as well as other spells and stuff like that. We run 2 Deadweights. This is early enchantment, can dampen down creatures quite nicely. Or again, another early board presence removal. We run 2 Disallows. This is great, obviously, for the counterspell argument, but if you draw it late game, you can stop an activation, stop a crew ability, you can, you know, X, Y, and Z. It is a fantastic counter. And then we run 2 off of Disperse. This is standard legal because it's in the welcome deck, so it is rather sweet. It can interact with planeswalkers, it can interact with pesky vehicles, it can do whatever you want, which is rather sweet. And then we run off a one-off of Whir of Invention. Reasons why we're running this is because it allows us just to help go find a Marvel or a Panharmonicon if we want value, or even, if worst case scenario, go get the Woodweaver's Puzzleknot. Yeah, so not exactly the most budget of decks, even with the banning, because people are still playing with it and trying to get decks working around it. But it's definitely an interesting one to play with, and you probably could do this on a budget version. In fact, I might have to have a look at that and see how budget I can make this brew. But yeah, it's definitely really interesting to play with. And yeah, so if you've enjoyed today's Deck Tech Tuesday, please leave a comment and like and subscribe to the channel. It would be very helpful. Also, in channel news, we obviously have now passed our 100 subscriber milestone. Woohoo! We are going to be doing a giveaway video. I'm just curious to see what people want me to give away for the channel. If you go to our Twitter page, we have pinned a poll, which is giving everyone the option to select what we're going to give away. And obviously, the highest votes, I'll give away an item of that, of whatever has been selected. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in, as I say again, and see you all soon. Bye bye.